my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kayla, and if you're not new, thanks for coming back. Always happy to have you. If you are new, I like to do a lot of book and lifestyle content here on this channel, so if any of that interests you, think about sticking around. We're doing some reading and some writing around here, and we'd love to have you join the crew. I just finished filming my tips to read more books if you're trying to finish your Goodreads goal video, and it's the first video in kind of my end of year wrap-up series. The end of year, start of the new year booktube videos are some of my favorites to make every single year, so I'm excited to dive on in. This I didn't make last video. This is the first video I've done like this. I don't want to call it a TBR because I'm not limiting myself to just these books. I just really hope to read them, and if I get any of these done, I will be really happy, but I'm also going to read other things. So I'm not limiting myself to just the books we're going to talk about in today's video, but these are books that I hope to read by the end of 2023. I am filming this, today is November 12th, so I have just about a month and a half left of 2023. Honestly, if I didn't read another single book this year, which is not gonna happen, but if that were the case, I would be really, really happy with the reading that I've done. I have already read 45 books this year, which is the most I've ever read in my life. Last year was the only thing close to that. I read 35, so I've already read 10 books more than I did last year, and I still have a month and a half left. These are just have been on my TBR, or I've purchased recently, or I'm just really excited about, that I'm hoping that I can read in the next month and a half. I'm battling the sun currently and I'm losing. So these books, I don't have a ton here to talk about, but they are either recent releases, I've recently purchased them, or I'm just really, really excited about them. So let's dive on in and talk about the books that I hope to read by the end of 2023. This will honestly more than likely be my last TBR style video for 2023. Life is too crazy for me to send a monthly TBR. I just can't do it. I read whatever I want when I have a moment to read, and that is how I've been rolling lately. We will see if that changes in 2024, but right now this is looking like the last TBR video of the year, but it's not necessarily my last book recommendations video, if that makes sense. Obviously we have a ton of good bookish content coming with like a yearly wrap up and all that good stuff, so don't you worry. Okay, we're gonna start here. Honestly, this book quickly became one of my most anticipated releases of 2023. I'm literally going to start this book today, so it will be read in 2023. But that is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. This is the second book to the Empyrean series, and the sequel to Fourth Wing. Both my besties right here. I was a little bit hesitant to start this right away. It did just come out this past week. This book did just come out this past week. There is no indication of when book 3 comes out, so I'm hesitant to begin it, to be left on another major cliffhanger and then have to wait a year. But also, like, I want to be part of the convo. Like, I want to hear what people are saying. I don't want to be spoiled, but like, I want to know, what are the book girlies talking about? We're gonna start this today. This I knew I was going to read in 2023. The minute I finished Fourth Wing, I knew that the sequel was going to be devoured. I thought I would have the self-control, and I was mistaken. This is next on the docket. I'm currently filming a reading vlog, like a weekly reading vlog, where I will probably devour that, so be on the lookout for that. I have so much love for this one, but I have also like a weird anxious dread. So like, I don't know if I will read it, but I really want to. That is The Throne of the Fallen by Kerri Maniscalco. Listen, this is a spin-off to the Kingdom of the Wicked series by Kerri Maniscalco. Kingdom of the Wicked, divine, chef's kiss, 5 out of 5 stars, all 3 books. Much love for Kingdom of the Wicked. Amelia and Wrath, where the 7 deadly sins were the princes of hell, and Amelia summons one of them by accident, trying to find out who murdered her sister. Divine trilogy, beautiful, beautiful. This is a spin-off that follows one of the other princes of hell. This is from Envy's perspective. Listen, first of all, she's dense, as if Iron Flame is not. Iron Flame is, I think, arguably more dense, but I just don't know. Like, I devoured the Kingdom of the Wicked, and I'm really nervous this spin-off is going to follow is going to fall short. So I have nerves, I have nervousness, but I also really want to know what happens. So this also, just getting to the end of the year, I feel like this is a really big commitment to make right now, but now I'm also looking at the rest of the books in this pile and they're all big commitments. So like, are we just gonna go in, or are we gonna go in? My thinking is maybe. This one, lighthearted, easy read, loved the other one. Excited, I didn't even realize the second one was coming out so soon, but we have Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree. This is the sequel to Legends and Lattes. I read Legends and Lattes back in like May, but it's a very low stakes, very cozy, whimsy fantasy. Gives me D&D vibes. I'm certainly going to be reading this, especially as I'm currently playing D&D with some friends and we're just having a blast. I think this will be a good kind of like brain break read after like finals and stuff, like right going into Christmas break. I think this is going to be a delight. Book Talk, Bookstagram, Booktube girlies got me. Truthfully, I don't know what this is about. I think it's historical fantasy. This is Babel by R.F. Kuang. It's supposed to take place in Oxford, which I studied abroad at Oxford. I know literally nothing. I just know that like people say it's like a life-changing, gripping book. But again, this is another dense one. This is like 550 pages. Truthfully don't know the premise, but I've heard that it's like very arcane, Oxford secret society with magic. I'm into it. Just looks dense. Like this looks like complicated brain reading. Don't know if the brain has the capacity to do this kind of reading right now. This also didn't know was coming out. This was a sneaky release that surprised me. We have the Twisted Tale anthology by Elizabeth Lim. It's edited by Elizabeth Lim, but all the stories are from different people like Livia Blackburn, Liz Brassel, Jen Kalanita, M.K. England, Elizabeth Lim, Mikol Ostow, don't know who that is, Christina Perez, and Farah Rochon. I'm excited. I'm excited. I am excited. There are some good Twisted Tales. These are like little like short stories from Twisted Tales, little anthology moments. For example, we have a new Snow White. We have a Mulan one. We have Remy from Ratatouille, Anastasia, Mufasa from Lion King, Jim Hawkins from Treasure Planet, Robin Hood, Eric and Ariel again, Tinkerbell, Naveen. What if the triplets visited the witch? I don't really know what that means. I really don't. Madame Mim and Merlin, that was literally the one that sold me on this book. I am a sucker for Sword in the Stone, so when I saw that I was like, okay, I'm bringing it home right now. Another Belle and Beauty and the Beast, Hercules, Bambi, and Aurora. So these all seem like around the 30-40 page mark, so I think it could be really fun to read. I have a really fun video concept for this, but I think it's a little too involved that I wouldn't be able to do it in the rest of the year. So that this may get pushed. This may get pushed to do the video concept, but I'm really excited to read this and just get like little bite-sized snippets of Twisted Tales, because sometimes I start them and I'm like, it's not the moment for this, but I think this could be really cool. Again, this is a long one. Another reason why it might be pushed. This is over 550 pages. I am now sensing a theme that all of these books are really long. Why did I do this to myself? But definitely on the list to read either very early in 2024 or to finish out 2023. We only have 2 left, so again, if I didn't read another book, I would be very happy with the reading that I did. If I read any of these, I'm just gonna be extra excited. These are just, again, ones that I'm hoping to read by the end of the year. We have a sneaky release. Was I asleep when all of these books were announced? I don't understand. I feel like I missed so many releases, and then I would like go to bookstores and I'd be like, when did that come out? When did you say that was coming out? I don't even know. But we have The Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I had no idea this was even in the works. I went to Target one day, stopped dead in my tracks, literally stopped in the middle of the checkout aisle, saw this, and had to buy it. Though I did go immediately to Barnes & Noble after. I don't know why, I have something against buying books at Target, but I went to Barnes & Noble. Truthfully, I like the original cover that's in black better, but I did get the exclusive one. But this appears to follow Grayson and Jameson. I'm into it. I read every single book in this series within 24 hours, so I feel like I need a day planned to do nothing for this to take over my life. I also read The Queen's Gambit in April or May. Fully thought the series was done, so I'm very excited that there is another one for me to read. And I really like that it focuses on the brothers. The brothers have very interesting dynamics and personalities, so I'm excited to have a book that focuses solely on them and less on Avery. Though I think Avery is cool, don't get me wrong. My principal also read this book and told me that it indicates that there is the makings of another one at the end, which I took so long to read The Queen's Gambit because I wasn't ready to leave this world and this story and these characters. But now there's another one, and there's hope for another one after that. So I'm ready to dive on in. This is going to be an immediate future read. This is not going to be like a squeak it in if we have time. Like, this will be read by the end of 2023. The last one that I'm hoping to read this year. This, I was influenced. Reagan Peruse is one of my favorite booktubers in all the land from Peruse Project. Her reading vlogs, I feel like I'm hanging out with a friend. She has impeccable reading taste, and her reviews and her thoughts in her reading vlogs are goals. They are so thorough, they are so well done. They let me know exactly what I need to know about these books. Thusly, she has talked about this particular author in this series for a very long time. I have been watching for a very long time, and I've been waiting to purchase this book for a very long time. One thing to know about me, a mass market paperback will not be read. I hate a mass market paperback. Do not give me a squishy crunched book where the words are like size 7 font. I can't do it. I will wait for a trade paperback, which is exactly what I did with this book. We have The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This is the first book in the Farseer trilogy. For months, like it was every couple of weeks, I would look up this book on Amazon, on Goodreads, on Barnes & Noble, just to see if they'd come out with a trade paperback. I found this book so many times at Barnes & Noble, but only in the mass market paperback form. They finally printed for my dear eyeballs the trade paperback version. I almost bought the whole trilogy because there's like spin-off series within this universe, but I almost bought all 3 of the Farseer trilogy, and I had to control myself. I had to be like, girl, read the first one and see if you can handle it. All I know is that this is a high fantasy novel with a man named Fitz the Fool, who is the bastard son of a prince. That is all I know. That's all I need to know. There's some magic in here. It is blurbed by George R.R. Martin of Game of Thrones. It tells me enough. This cover, something about this cover, and you can't truthfully see all that well with all this light. Like, there's blood. That's blood. That's blood. I'm excited. This is giving like high fantasy escapist Game of Thrones time, and I'm into it. This feels like a good winter break read. I'm going to New Hampshire, and I got a cabin with a bunch of my friends for my birthday, and I feel like this is going to be my curl up with a flannel blanket, nobody talk to me for a couple hours Christmas break birthday read, and I am so excited. Even like George R.R. Martin, let me read you this blurb. Fantasy as it ought to be written. Robin Hobb's books are diamonds in a sea of zircons. Hello? I will. So this is the last one, and I feel like this has the makings to take over my life. I'm here for it. I'm into it. So these are all of the books that I'm hoping to read in the last month and a half of 2023. Again, whatever I read is what I read. This is not a strict TBR, but just some books that I'm hoping to enjoy by the end of the year. You let me know in the comments down below, what are you hoping to read? What's left on your TBR list for the rest of 2023, as if a TBR is not never ending. Let me know what you are hoping to read in the last month and a half of the year. Leave me a little dragon. Leave me a little dragon emoji. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Happy reading, and I will see you in my next one soon. Bye-bye.